All right, welcome to Jay and Armin's Box Breaks. We are sponsored today by Atlanta Sport Cards, atlantasportcards.com. Contact Josh down there. He helped us out with these boxes, and he's a good guy. So today we're going to bust something I've been really looking forward to for a long time. Topps Archives Baseball. This is the first time that Archives has been out in several years. The idea here is that they're putting current players on former card designs, much like Topps Heritage.
I could just look at that box all day long. Quite
It's a great
honestly,
box,
you don't
isn't it?
even need to break it. The box itself is cool enough.
All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Just kidding. But yeah, the box is nice, and it's 24 packs per box and 8 cards per pack. And that's the box. The beer is by Schlafly.
St. Louis. St. Louis, great baseball town. Seems only appropriate that we'd be drinking a beer from Schlafly today. This is the Schlafly Bière de Garde. We would say what vintage it is, but they don't put the date on the bottle. We're a little concerned about that. Hopefully they'll change that in the future, as they do suggest some aging on this product. But I can tell you, it's a rich, chewy, date and toasty, really rich and pleasant beer. 7% alcohol, but masks that very well. And once again, like I say, from St. Louis, no more fervent a baseball town than that, and certainly seems appropriate when opening these packs. Wow, look at those!
Look at the packs.
I love that. That is
How great is that, right?
that is beautiful.
Now keep
That
in mind,
harkens back to our youth.
and that's just what I was going to say, that we are definitely collectors of the 80s, and this looks like an 80s pack. I mean, this is nice.
Yeah.
This is very nice. I'm excited to open these. All right, here we have Tom Seaver in a 54 design. Justin Verlander in a 71. Desmond Jennings.
I like these poses too. They're that standard old school Topps. We're gonna have you pose in a either cheesy or intimidating pose.
But notice here too, in the 84, the 84 had
they
the
got
action shots.
Yeah.
The 84
that's
is one of my
nice.
all-time favorite designs.
Michael Morris, a great surprise player.
Here we have a decal insert of Evan Longoria.
I always loved the decal cards.
Matt Latos. I think I'll just organize them by
Well, they really seem to be coming in sequence too.
Tim Lincecum. Yeah, I guess that's the idea.
That's interesting.
Here. But yeah, these are really nice. I guess the big one here that you want is the Bryce Harper card. There's Strasburg.
That guy can throw hard and accurately.
Beachy. Storin. This box brought to you by the Nationals, apparently.
Which is fine. Boy, what a team on the rise they are.
Now here's one that's interesting. I guess this is, I don't know what this is, if this is out of the normal set or what, but here's a 62 Harmon Killebrew card.
Zoom in on that one there, Jay. I was like that kind of...
That's neat looking. A little off-center, unfortunately, but still really nice. And you'll notice, too, I'll put this down, too. The next one, so you can see the back. That's the 1980 back. It's the card stock is not the traditional cardboard from that time period.
Yeah, it's that glossy, white, bleached cardboard.
But it's still nice. It's still nice. It's David Wright. Jeremy Hellickson.
Love the 84 set. The 83 and 84 set with that little inset headshot.
Yeah.
Just classic design. Timeless, too.
Well, the 84 is one of my all-time favorites. I don't know, do you remember?
Wow.
Do you remember we were kids and we tried to get the Darryl Strawberry jersey? Do you remember me pulling it in the back in your mom's car? Do you remember that?
Oh, the rookie card?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Remember that?
We were so excited. I mean, the 84 set was the set for us. It's what got us more excited about baseball cards than any set earlier. We were casual collectors to that point.
Yeah. Crawford. Now this, These are interesting. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of these or not. I think this might be a
It's like
sticker.
a pop-up?
I don't know. It's a Carlos Gonzalez. I'm not sure.
Well, in the mid 80s, that, the sticker thing was big. The pop-ups, all the kitschy stuff. I mean, that was really popular. So, I mean, from a nostalgia standpoint, I think that's pretty cool. But, I mean, from a practical standpoint, that's just a box filler.
I gotta tell you though, I'm kind of fascinated by the collation here because they're going in order, down the line.
Great action shot from Ricky Weeks. Apparently,
That's his last action shot.
Yeah,
That's the last time he did anything worthwhile.
that looks like a Baltimore chop that he just engaged in there.
And this is interesting. Here's a Orlando Cepeda decal edge.
Oh wow! So they do some of the old school
I guess
in the decals.
Now I'm
Get
collecting.
Nelson Howard in there. I'll be happy.
I'm collecting a '69 set, but I don't have that decal set, so I don't know if that's the right pose or not. Hunter Pence, edge is bent a little bit. Todd Helton.
Willie Horton. I think that's one of my favorite all-time decal cards. Was my Willie Horton. My Willie Horton. I always liked Willie Horton. He's the kind of player that I've always admired. When I was a terrible little league player, I always aspired to be. Guy with speed, score runs, play good defense, steal bases.
And we have our first autograph, and I like it. Not a big player, but again, the deal with archives is that it's not a player that you see a lot, but is a fan favorite. Amos Otis.
Oh wow, yeah.
I just think that's cool.
Look at those sideburns.
And we also
He was a
have
man of his time. There is no doubt about it.
Amos, a great player in the Hall of Very Good.
And you know what? The Royals had a lot of those in that era.
Sure they did.
Lots of great, like role player guys.
Such as UL Washington.
UL Washington.
How about a cloth sticker?
Oh wow! Is it textured like that linen? That linen texture?
Yep.
Allow me to
Yeah, get in
give
there.
it the. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I love that linen texture on
neat.
the cloth stickers.
It's neat.
Lucas Duda, another guy underperforming for the Mets this year.
That's nice. I don't know. I like that Amos Otis. That's nice. I think a lot of guys might be, I guess, ticked off that it's not somebody hot or current,
Yeah.
but that's not why you're buying this. That's not why you're buying this box.
No, that's exactly why I would buy this.
That's
box.
why I'm buying this box. Yeah. And I guess, right now these boxes are going for in the neighborhood of $80, $85, somewhere around there.
Just on nostalgia alone, that's sufficient for me. I mean, these cards are just plain cool to look at.
They really are. The action shot and the classic design. Here's another cloth sticker. Curtis Granderson in a nice pose, I think.
And I think it's important to note too that most baseball card collectors are in our age group. We're in our 30s or older.
Late 30s.
Well, no, I mean that most collectors are in our age group or older, and nostalgia is important, and that's really why Heritage has always been successful, and
Yep.
Certainly why Archives is even possible. But we are going to respond to this kind of a set with greater enthusiasm than the modern collector.
Do you know what I've noticed?
What's that?
We haven't hit any Orioles.
Yeah, lots and nats in the early going. Seems like quite a few Dodgers and Yankees.
But here are a couple of interesting
No,
cards.
no Ron Say.
I don't know if these are variants or inserts or what, but here's a 54 Mickey Mantle,
There you go.
who did not have a 1954 baseball card.
I'm changing my angle on this a little bit so we can get a good shot of that there.
And
The
then,
Mick with his big smile. He must have just had a drink.
then we have a 1970 Nolan Ryan.
Few sets make me happier than that 1970 set.
And I'm going to tell you just a quick side note story. Christmas before last, I opened a present from my wife, and it was a complete 1970 baseball card set.
That is awesome.
Yeah, my wife is
I
tremendous.
love that grainy light gray border.
Oh, it's great.
The really clean script of the player name, the position, the block letters for the team. It's such a clean, simple set.
You know what's good too about the 84s that they're doing here is that a lot of times you'll have the inset shot be the same as the head. They'll just move it down.
Yeah.
I like that they use a different photograph. That's attention to detail that sometimes Topps doesn't get right, but they did here, which is nice. Justin Morneau. Jaime Garcia. Don't call him Jamie. Niger. I can't believe I didn't throw the ball in, Morgan. David Big Papi Ortiz. Wade, I love me some fried chicken Boggs.
Yeah, but I don't think he had any of the beers in the clubhouse with
That's true.
the guys in the later generation.
Jose, I finally found my swing Bautista.
And boy, did he find it. Of course, this year is a little bit, he's having a little bit of a struggle with the average.
Yeah, he's finally coming around now.
Who was that last one? Matt Garza.
Matt Garza,
A guy who's basically just a perennial trade chip.
Right.
And then, you know, and the thing is he's a competent pitcher. I think a lot of teams would like to have him as their number 3. It's just, for whatever reason, teams think that they can get good young players in return for him every year or two.
I think I've noticed a difference here. Here's the Catfish Hunter, the veteran, on the 1980 reprint, but when it's an actual reprint, it's got the little archives stamp up top. I think that's the difference there. Many of you, I'm sure, have already figured that out, but I am, of course, very slow. All right, now here's another autograph, and it's a good one. Former Oriole, pitcher, Cy Young winner, threw a no-hitter. Can you guess him yet? We played against his children in Little League. Dennis Martinez.
Oh, Dennis Martinez. The no-hitter thing had me stumped on that one. But, you know, it's so easy to forget Dennis Martinez and just how awesome he was. Early guesses for me were going through my head were Boddicker or Steve Stone, but then the no-hitter thing came up, and I was like, wait a minute, who's that? Dennis Martinez. One of the longest careers of a starting pitcher in the history of baseball. I mean, that guy was around forever.
And you know what else I want to say about these autographs, too? Both of them on the card.
Yeah.
On the card.
There's no signing
stickers.
strip. Yeah.
That's nice.
And also, I'm going to say with both of them, really clean, classy-looking signatures. It's like these guys didn't sign a whole lot of cards, or they took their time to really make sure that they were placed well and looked good. It's not just chicken scratch.
Here's another great one. Rye Carew cloths.
Anytime I ever had Rafael Palmeiro sign something, and it was just a curvy scrawl.
Yeah. So those are our 2 autographs. You only get 2 per box. I don't think there's any other big hits in there.
I think those are good ones, though.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy with those.
That's fun.
Adam Lind, who is now in the minor leagues.
Yeah, what?
Another
How the
Wade
mighty have
Boggs.
fallen, huh?
Matt Harrison. Mike Davis. Now here's one. I don't quite. This is it's a 75, which is not part of the. That's not what his 75 card looks like. So I don't know if that's a insert, a parallel, or what. I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure. Big Tex. Hanley, Ryan Howard. See anything on the back there?
Nothing obvious.
Weird though, huh?
Luis was Bosak's leading pitcher, 74. Whatever that means.
Ty Cobb. Oh, now here we go, Armin. You know how much I love this card coming
What, Marco Scudero?
No.
That is exciting.
Look at that. Look at that.
Roberto Clemente.
My man.
Well, really should be any appreciator of baseball and social history's man. I mean, really, one of the great superstars of humanity, not
Yeah.
just of baseball.
Another cloth. Joe Morgan. I gotta tell you, I'm really enjoying busting this box.
Yeah, and you got 2 more to go.
I know. Ted Lilly, who helps everybody's fantasy team.
Guy just wins. That's what he does. Professional winner. I mean, some guys are professional home run hitters. He just wins.
Seaver reprint there.
Yeah. Pretty card.
Alex Avila. Well, here's a sad one. Michael Pineda. Even though he's with the hated Yankees.
That's all right. Everything will
Everyone
come
will see
around
it.
for him.
Joey Votto.
Perennial MVP candidate now,
Pro Bowl songs.
especially now that Albert Pujols is no longer in the National League.
Well, here's a new one. I'm not sure what this is. Here's a Reggie Jackson gold shiny something.
Change that angle. Let's see that refraction of light on that. Ooh,
See that?
yeah.
Let's flip it over on the back. I don't know if there's... It's not numbered. I don't think any cards in this set are numbered.
No, I haven't
I'm
seen
not
it.
sure. So I don't know if this is... I'm not sure what that is. I'll put it there with this other 71s.
Just a gold,
Frank Howard.
reflective gold parallel of some
Yeah.
sort. Frank Howard, a very big man who could hit the ball very far.
My friend Chris's favorite player.
Jose Valverde or
No,
Frank
Frank
Howard.
Howard.
Okay.
Here's the big guy of the month, Josh Hamilton. And we have our first Oriole. And it's a good one. Cal Ripken. That's a nice card.
Let's get a look at that. As an Orioles fan, we're going to take a little closer look at this.
Yeah, zoom in there. Get in there.
That's cool. You know, a reminder of one, how old we are, that we remember him looking that young. But there was a time when he actually did look like a fresh-faced kid in the majors, and he was a superstar from day one.
Do you remember when we got his autograph? Was it like 86 at that card show? Something like that?
Well, you did. You did.
You didn't get it?
No, I didn't want to spend the money.
Right, and because it was probably like $20 back then, and now
Well,
it's
you
like...
know, it was that, but
200.
also, I mean, Cal signed everything, and I kept saying, well, you know, eventually I'll be at the game and he'll sign something, and I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and next thing you know, he's no longer in baseball, and now all he does is sign books at his book signings for the various biographies and business books and kids books that he's done over the years.
You know what I like about that Ichiro card there is that they kept the original Mariners color, even though that's not part of their color scheme anymore.
Yeah.
They kept that, and I think that's good attention to detail. Here's a neat one, Darryl Strawberry. You're talking about before. Alan Craig, when he's healthy.
Would like
helps
to
my
see the
fantasy
84
team.
come up.
Here's another one of those weird ones. It's an 88 Jack Clark. Just kind of out of
Jack
nowhere.
Clark, once again, a professional hitter, but boy, 88, why would you even reprint anything from that set?
That's a wonderful question. No one will ever know the answer.
That is... Okay, I just want to focus on that for a minute.
Take a minute.
I mean, there are a lot of drawbacks to that 88 set. One is just that everything was pretty much a double print. But really, it is just one of the most boring sets ever produced. There is nothing engaging or dynamic about that set. And I will say that there is very little good photography in that original set as well. So the static nature of that Jack Clark card is pretty much indicative of what you were going to get throughout the entire 1988 set. That is just absolutely horrid.
A couple things we pulled there. The Josh Johnson gold parallel. Here's an
The most
interesting.
valuable thing he's done this year.
Here's a Don Mattingly.
Ooh,
And what it says here,
Donnie Baseball.
it says reprint card back. So I don't know if it's just... I'm pretty sure that's the... It looks like, I think, the same picture as the 85 Mattingly.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think it is at the very least.
But where do you see this?
Bottom corner.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what that means exactly. That's
No.
kind of vague.
It is.
Do the box bottoms say anything? I mean, I know they've become.
Let's see, here's the...
They're so parallel driven now that they can't really get too in depth.
Let's look at the difference
Yeah.
with the 285s. That is definitely, I know for a fact.
Yeah, that's the
85 Gwin.
Yeah, exactly.
Here it says the archives, and then if you flip it on the back, let's
Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. That 85 Mattingly looks
It's a little
like
different.
the 84 photo, if I recall.
All right, so here it says reprint. I don't know how much you can zoom. Reprint card back, and that says reprint.
So, okay, the back is reprinted for the Mattingly, but the full card is reprinted
For the Gwin. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that's like going a few too many steps there.
agree.
It's entirely unnecessary. But hey, I like the idea that there's a different photo available on some of the reprints. So I guess I get it.
That's interesting that, the Nolan Ryan reprint there, he actually had an 84 card in that set, but doesn't
Yeah,
look like that. It's
right.
different. Here's some kind of a die cut thing in here or something. We'll see when we get to it. Next Swisher. Giovanni Soto. Dee Gordon. Johnny Cueto who's helping. Oh, here. Oh, okay. This is really interesting. It's a 3D lenticular card.
Oh, like the sport flixy kind of thing, huh?
Yeah, Topps did, I want to say 68. They did something like this.
Yeah,
I think.
it's not really so much motion as it is just 3D
Right.
kind of lenticular. That's
Kind of neat.
it's a cool card. And boy, it's amazing how much thinner these are too. I remember,
The Sport Flicks.
the Sportflix. They were like
They were thick.
getting a jersey card nowadays. They were that thick, but that's. Yeah,
Here's
that's
another Oriole the
it's amazing
Sheriff.
how much such simple technologies has advanced. Like the world really needed advances in lenticular photography, but
There they are. Brad Peacock. Johan Santana's made a nice comeback. R.A. Dickey. There's none of those weird ones. Wally Joyner. Pujols. Cabrera. Posey. A lot of stars in this set. I think you're going to get all the players that you want. That's nice. Joe DiMaggio. It's Worley. And a player who made headlines this morning, Adam Jones, signing a contract extension.
$85.5 million over 6 years, the largest contract in Orioles history,
Says
surpassing Miguel Tejada's 6 year, $72 million contract in 2004.
73 Joe Morgan reprint. That was the first vintage complete set that I bought when I was younger.
You got a couple of cool Joe Morgan cards so far in this box. That's you gotta like Joe as a player. He's kind of gotten a little full of himself and long-winded on the TV of late, but one heck of a player in his time. There's the other Joe Morgan. He's still exposed there. But, well, all right, I think the beer might be getting to Jason at this point.
Here's another lenticular one. It's pretty cool. Al Kaline, Baltimore Bellow.
Yeah,
That's just nice.
that's another
That's a nice card.
professional hitter right there.
Well, we've pulled a Yu Darvish rookie card
Well, you just passed over
back.
the Jonas Cepedes. Yeah.
back to back. I wanted to highlight them together. I guess that's probably two of the cards that people will be looking for in this set. From what I understand, the Bryce Harper rookie card in this set is short printed, and I think it is in the base top set as well. Series 2. Hopefully we'll pull a Bryce Harper.
That's
too.
interesting that they produced a Casey Couchman card in this set, because it seems like everything has been very much star and young up-and-coming players. I mean, Couchman's having a very good year. Don't get me wrong. It's just that he's had such a long history of being kind of an underperformer and mediocre.
It's a nice one. Mickey Mantle.
Whereas most of the players in this set so far
That's nice.
Can you give it that little lenticular 3D thing? That's pretty cool. Because I'm Miley Cyrus. That's cool. Brian Wilson, I miss that beard.
Yeah.
And the one piece lycra bodysuit. God, what a weirdo.
And Ugla. It's Berkman. He might be out career.
Too bad. Comeback player of the year last year. Really had a chance to be a contributor on a surprising Cardinals team.
Nice.
A team that was expected to be carried by its pitching, but has really been an surprising offensive force this season. And
Down to our last pack.
Berkman done.
A-Rod. Johnson's the regular version. Michael Young. Molina. Oh, here we go, Armin. Here we go. How about that one?
Singleton, the first player that we sponsored on BaseballReference.com.
That's right. That's right.
Which reminds me, I think we're due for somebody else. I think the
we
last
are.
one was Bunbury, and I think we...
Should look up Lowenstein.
yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good one. Let it be Lowenstein.
That'd be nice.
Look at that, another Joe
Joe
Morgan.
Morgan.
I mean, that's a big
This
Joe
box
Morgan set
sponsored
for
by
you.
Joe Morgan. All right, I don't want to cover up the Singleton. Put the name on top. And that's the end.
What was that? Oh, Trumbo. Oh,
Trumbo.
you know, another great young hitter.
So I'm going to say that for my money, I think this was a very fun box to break.
Yeah.
I think folks who are looking for really high-end stuff might not be satisfied with it. But if you are between the ages of 30 and 40 years old, run to your store and buy this box, because I don't know if you could tell, but I was just full of joy.
I am
Opening
going
this.
to do that myself.
Yeah, this is a tremendous box.
This is the first set that I've actually been excited about as a set, not just for the prospect of pulling some cool young players, maybe getting those rookie cards or, jersey autograph inserts. This is a set that is fun. This
Where else are you going to get an Amos Otis autograph?
yeah.
I mean, really. So, thank you again to Atlanta Sports Cards, and we'll see you next time.